We're live with Dr. Stacy. I don't know if anyone's here, but they'll see that on the rerun.
Oh yeah.
I'm in very chilly New York City, where it is the the snow is going horizontally, and the wind. Every time I hear the wind, I'm just like, I just, it's because we're on the ocean. It doesn't really get that cold here usually, but when
Mhm.
it gets cold on the ocean, it's cold. Now you are in sunny Florida, so I mean we we
It's
compared
80 here
notes.
today, so and a light breeze. There's a light breeze out there on the lake. I'm not on the ocean. I'm about 40 minutes from the ocean. I do make it down there once a week though. I love to do my walking meditations on the ocean. The last 2 weeks we had a red tide, so it was not very fun. But it's good. I'm going to be heading that way tomorrow, but sunny and 80 in Sarasota.
Wow. Okay. Yeah, I mean, God wants me cold. I mean, what can I do? Um, okay, so let's talk. Oh, let me get this chats going. Okay, so we have three folks now.
Mhm.
Um, AI Pioneer. Hi. Interesting name, right?
Very. Hmm. Did you see the man that's a man that's been? I saw a video the other day about him that he's going to actually kill himself to upload his consciousness to the cloud.
Wow.
Yeah,
Yeah, you can do that.
I don't think so. That was a movie a while back. Maybe you can. I don't know, but I'm not going to be one to get in line to try it.
Yeah, I think I've heard it's very I not what do I what do I know, but I've heard it's very painful to take your consciousness out of your body and
I'm sure it probably is. Yes, death may be painful. I don't know.
not on my list either.
Mm-mm. That's what I
Yeah.
think of when I think of AI today, besides Chat GPT. But other than that, I'm just thinking of, whoa, what's going on out there?
Yeah, apparently there's a war now between the good AI and the bad
Mhm.
AI. I mean, I guess
Right?
that makes sense.
Oh, yeah. So let's talk about something a little bit more fun.
Yeah, yeah. Let's talk about life waves. I mean, life
Right.
wave is, I think, a lot more fun,
Yeah.
and we're having just a lot of people are really coming on board with this, and I
Mhm.
want to really thank people, all
Mhm.
my people for doing this, and I think it's a mutual thing. I don't like to get like just raw donations. Like people used to, I mean, I like it that it saves me, but it's much nicer to be able to give something back. And
Mhm.
I think this is a really great thing to give back. So
I agree. This adds so much value to people's lives, and that's what's really amazing is the difference it's making. And I love your viewers. I love everyone that I speak to on a regular basis and the Zooms, and it's been a lot of fun getting to know them. You got a great group of people, great community.
yeah, it's really amazing. Okay, so what should we do? Let's talk about. Let's just review. I think we should review because a lot of people,
Mhm.
innocently nice people, not bad people
Mhm.
that were talked into getting this thing. And I
Mhm.
just want to just quickly go over
Yeah.
what you feel is the best for that situation.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And so the owner of this technology, his name is David Schmidt. He owns Lifewave, the company. The company is 20 years old, and we are backed by science, research, data, clinical studies that have been done over the last 20 years all over the world. Independent doctors and labs, double blind placebo. So please check that out. Okay. StartX39now.com. You can see all of that stuff. So I say that to let you know that when COVID, the pandemic started 3 years ago, right now, actually in March, um, David started doing clinical studies with a Dr. Brian Daly. And so those have been kept super quiet and under the radar for obvious reasons. Well, here recently in the last couple of months, he's actually started to share some of the data and the findings from these studies from people that have received this. And he can actually, if you look on my YouTube channel, you'll see a video that is what you need to know about the J dot 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 A dot 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 B dot dot dot. And he actually shows light field and dark field microscopy slides of people's blood. Microscopy means you prick the finger, you put the blood under the magnifying glass, and you look at it, it's X amount of magnification. And so he actually shows what's happening to the white blood cells, the red blood cells, and looking at what's called fibrinogen, which is a blood clotting factor in our body. And high fibrinogen is a direct correlation, a direct link to coronary artery disease, heart disease. We can see that if your fibrinogen is high, if your blood is clumpy and thick, you're more likely to have a heart attack, stroke, something like that, right? And so whenever he did the studies over the last several years, many of them, and again, those are not published for obvious reasons, but Dr. Daly, who's an MD, you can Google him, Dr. Brian Daly, they came up with the best 3 patches to help to detox the body from all of the ramifications they were seeing in these slides. Months out, months and months later, they were seeing red blood cells that were abnormal, clumped together. They were seeing white blood cells, abnormal shapes. They were seeing cells, white blood cells that had horns and a tail. Now that you don't make that up, it's beyond what it should be. And we're not going to go into all that. But I say that because I want you to know the patches that they recommend. They recommend the X39 stem cell activation patch. This signals your body to activate its own stem cells, reset them, reset your genes back to literally in utero, young, healthy, youthful, perfect, no damage whatsoever cells. That's massive. Your stem cells activated, elevated, mobilized, and reset back to your younger, youthful state. Okay? This is the first thing they recommend. The second thing is EON. EON is the patch that reduces inflammation in the body. And we know there are many inflammatory markers, one of them being the fibrinogen that I just mentioned. But reducing the C-reactive proteins, the cytokines, the peroxide lipids, things like that, that really are causing problems in people's body. We can see, and I'm sure your doctor will tell you this, that inflammation is the root cause of disease in the physical body. So being able to reduce inflammation is critical to your health. This also brings your body into a parasympathetic state. And parasympathetic means that you are in a calm, rest, and relaxed state versus fight or flight, right? Sympathetic nervous system, go, 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 constantly stressed. When your body can be in a parasympathetic state, it has a better chance to repair itself, right? And regenerate. Think about when you're sleeping. Your body's supposed to be in that rest and relaxed state so it can recover, it can heal itself. So X39, EON, these two, and then also glutathione. Now, glutathione is the master antioxidant, master detoxer, and master immune booster. But I want to tell you what's different about this because I'm sure many of you have heard of glutathione. It's pretty common nowadays, right? Because of its power and ability inside of our body as an antioxidant to neutralize those free radicals, those toxic, dangerous, damaging rogue cells or objects that end up in our body, and be able to help to neutralize and eliminate those. When you take glutathione as a supplement or a suppository, sublingual, you're probably going to increase that glutathione level. Again, it's an exogenous source, probably about 20-23%. Same thing when you do an IV push at the end of a vitamin drip. Most of you are familiar with drips. You go to your vitamin, place, get your IV, all your B's, your C's, your D's, all this stuff, right? Probably some amino acids and things like that. They'll do a glutathione push at the end. Again, it only increases your glutathione level about 20-23%. But guess what? It has a 7-minute half-life. 7 minutes, and it's gone. When you use this patch, this is a non-transdermal patch, okay? Looks like this. They all look the same, except they signal different peptides in the body. This actually signals a peptide in your liver to elevate your own glutathione level. So nothing is coming into the body. It's signaling your body to do what it did when it was younger, which is have an abundance of glutathione. So elevate your own glutathione level by about 300%. Increase it. And guess what the sustainability is? 24 hours. 24 hours. You wear this patch 12 hours, take it off, throw it away, and your glutathione level is still elevated in your body an additional 12 hours after that. That's the power of the patch. Because this is working, this is a biophotonic exchange of information. Our body's light or heat that we emit is communicating with the patch, reflecting back a wavelength of light that elevates a peptide that your body already has. And so this is light communicating with light. It is genius. And like I said, this is 20 years old. This is not new. Rhonda on here said she's been using the patches for 3 years. I've been using them for 2 years. I've been in stem cell research studies, everything, you name it, for the last 21 years. I've never seen anything like this in my life. Obviously, the stem cell activation patch, it's just been on the market the last 4 years. It took David 10 years in the lab to figure out how to do it, but he never stopped, right? He spent $4.5 million out of his own pocket to figure out how to signal the body to elevate and reset its own stem cells back to their young, youthful, healthy state, so they could go to work to repair and regenerate whatever was needed in the body in whatever orders needed, including this that was not supposed to be here, right? The billions of people that have taken that. And most of them thought they were doing their part, right? They thought they were doing what they should or could. I had somebody, one of your viewers on the phone, she's like, I had to go to my son's wedding. I didn't have a choice. The whole family had to take this because we had to leave the country to go to his wedding. And now we're all having massive problems, specifically the 2 children with their hearts. That's scary, right? So what can I do? I can detox my body. I can reduce the inflammation in the body, and I can boost my body's own abilities to repair and regenerate itself. So glutathione is the master antioxidant, it's the master detoxer, and it's the master immune booster. It is the #1 antioxidant, and it has the most power of any other antioxidants ever, right? But again, this is not putting anything in your body. It's elevating your own. We have glutathione in our body, but it declines as we age. And so this says, hey, let's go. Do what you did before.
So glutathione, X39, and Eon.
Yep.
Eon I haven't tried yet, but I do use X39. Mm-hmm. Maybe when I get my new pack, I'll get some Eon and glutathione. I want to get glutathione as well. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so it's exciting, and you're so bubbly and so fantastic. I just it's such a joy to have you. You're so positive. You're so full of like the life, and I mean that's something. My channel is like really. That's what we try to do is encourage people to do what they love to do and really align themselves with their godly purpose. I mean, you're obviously a person who's doing what God wants you to do, and you love it.
I am. I feel that way every single day. Very blessed, very grateful, just so happy to be here doing what I'm doing. I've always been about alignment. If it does not feel right to me, if I do not feel locked into that with God, I won't do it. Won't say it, won't be a part of it. It has to come downloaded into me, and it is a straight line. Then we are going. And so I feel very blessed to be able to be here with you and sharing with your viewers as well too every week. So
yeah, we have a special bunch here. Okay, Eon is excellent. Yeah. Wow, we have some great, amazing.
Yes, definitely. So post surgery, that Eon is incredible. When you cut the body, you have inflammation, obviously, right? And so it's definitely that, and X39 can speed up that recovery time. We have so many people that obviously have had knee replacements, hip replacements, all different kinds of surgeries, back surgeries, neck surgeries, shoulder surgeries, and are able to recover a lot faster. I actually have a plastic surgeon in Tampa area that is seeing with his patients after their surgery procedures, whatever they're having done, a 40% reduction in their recovery time from using the X39 stem cell activation patch. Just that one, 40% reduction. That's huge, right?
It's really amazing. I mean, it's miraculous. And it goes so against the traditional medical model where you have to
Oh yeah.
take something and, and then you have side effects and all that stuff. You don't
Mhm.
have really side effects with it.
No, 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 definitely not. So, so Carlos was asking how to get it. So, Ellie, you definitely want to let them know the information.
Right. Everything is in the show more. If it's not in this show more, it should be under all videos. Maybe I should go. I'm going to go for a minute and get the show and just post up the
Yeah,
information.
that'd be good. But as far as a stroke, so I would definitely look at the X39, of course. X39 is going to be your starting point for everything. I would also look at the Eon. So when we look at the brain, we also look at carnosine. Carnosine is a patch that does a lot. This is another big antioxidant. It's second to glutathione. Your body makes carnosine. And so again, this is going to elevate your own carnosine level. Carnosine being an antioxidant, it loves to hang out in the muscles, the tissues. So it's great for muscle recovery, repair, building lean muscle. It loves to hang out in the heart. So any type of heart things, we always add in carnosine with our X39 and our Eon. And then as well, the brain. It loves to balance the brain, left brain, right brain hemisphere, improving cognition, communication, executive functions in the brain. So carnosine would be a fantastic patch for you to use. Can you use all of these at one time? Heck yeah. You can put all 3 of them on in the morning when you get up. Leave them on 12 hours. Go about your day. Make sure you stay hydrated. Plenty of fresh, clean water. Super important. We have an RO system here at our house, but making sure that you're hydrated, take them off after 12 hours, throw them away, do it again the next day, day after day, week after week, month after month. So definitely going to help with your brain for sure. When you look at foods with glutathione, think green. Okay, so think lettuce, spinach, asparagus. Somebody I think mentioned asparagus, avocado, okra. Think green leafy vegetables, and then like grapefruits, apples, oranges. If you're looking at fruit, peaches, melons, things like that are also. But again, this is different, and I'm 100% nutrition. Like that has been my background for 20 years. Food is your fuel. That is our starting point for everything, is proper nutrition, which we're not going to get into what types of foods, but we do know we should not be eating fried foods, GMO foods. We should not be consuming. Those aren't even foods, fake foods, things in packages with paragraphs that are this big that you can't even pronounce the words. We know, stay away from all of that stuff. So think outside of the grocery store. Can I grow it out back? Can it run around out back? Can I go out and get it and bring it in and eat it? Then those are the types of things you want to think of course, when you think of food. But this is a little different because, again, this is not putting anything into the body. And so this is signaling a peptide in the body to do what it is supposed to be doing. Our body gets out of balance from the improper food, nutrition, or lack of that we consume. It gets out of balance from surgeries, accidents, injuries, illnesses, stress, mental, right? Our body gets out of balance from stress. My God, our minds, they are so powerful, right? They're either going to save us or kill us. So we've got to keep our minds right. But when you use this patch, you're signaling a peptide. Your mind has no part of that. There's no placebo here. It's not taking the pill and going, I think this is working, because this is literally working at the speed of light inside of your body, signaling a peptide. So again, we have double-blind placebo independent labs and researchers all over the world. So definitely know that this is going to support your body and support the systems of the body in a way that nothing on this planet has done thus far, in a simple, easy, non-transdermal patch. It's the price of a cup of coffee a day that you can do anywhere. And I'm all about all kinds of holistic therapies, right? I have a PhD in integrative medicine. I took 50 classes, and they were all different modalities, different types of integrative ways to integrate into. The university was Quantum University that I received that PhD from. And so all different types of modalities, all different holistic therapies, I spent 15 years doing all of them plus so many more with my daughter. She had her on tables and in, facilities all over the place. My second PhD is in functional medicine. So again, getting to the root of the problem, right? So using these holistic modalities to get to the root of the problem. This you can do anywhere, anytime, any place, for a fraction of the cost of what most things are out there are costing, and you don't have to go anywhere, right? And so this is something that's shipped to you. You can do it at the convenience, put it on, we always say, put it by your toothbrush. You brush your teeth in the morning, throw your patches on. You brush your teeth at night, take your patches off. We hope you're doing that. Teeth are super important to take care of, right? So proper hygiene is super important, but that's what I love about this. In my 20 years of holistic health, all types of things, I haven't found anything this effective, especially when I looked at my daughter and what we did over 15 years time, including stem cell therapies in and out of the country, hyperbaric oxygen chamber therapy. We did, everything I could find to get my hands on for that child. And we saw more progress in 1 year with this patch than we used X39 Eon and carnosine than we had in anything in 15 years time. So super amazing. All right. So Tom says his spine is wasted, chronic pain, severe nerve damage, etc. What do you recommend? Oh, unfortunately, Tom, that's pretty common for people to have back pain, spinal issues, car accidents, different things like that, sporting accidents. So definitely the X39 and the Eon, 100%. I'd also like to see you using the Icewave to help you get out of some of that pain right now. Icewave is not going to fix your problem. These two will get down to the root of it. It's going to take some time. I'm just being honest with you, right? I don't know how old you are, Tom, but we use these patches 1 month for every 10 years you are old. So let's say you're 50, then you would want to use them 5 months, 66 months, 77 months. When we look at the back, and again, I'm sure you probably have scans, the neck, we can see herniated discs, degenerative discs, subluxations, things like that. It typically takes about 12 to 18 months to completely repair. And again, we have chiropractors, we have scans, so we have, we can see the before and afters. Everybody's different, but your starting point is going to be however old you are. So if you're 66 months, this is going to help you get rid of some of that pain right now, though, because it does take some time to actually get to the root. This Icewave is a 2-patch system. So it works with the polarity of your body to open up energy channels. It's not putting anything in your body, remember, but you put the white one on the right side. Whoops, where's the tan one? And the tan one on the left side. So this is 2 patches, okay? And so this system, these 2 patches will open up those energy channels to eliminate the pain. And that's what I would like to see you use on your back as well. That would help. So if you want to send me an email, send Elia an email. My phone number's on here. Send me a text. I can help you get set up with Ellie's discount. He has a beautiful wholesale program. So Donald said he got his patches today. Yay! That's awesome, Donald. Perfect. Oh, that's great to hear.
Also, just to mention that people who are looking for more kinds of income, that you can just by joining the downline, you can start your own business, and I'm sure that Dr. Stacy and I could help you move that along. I want to get more involved as this grows. It's really growing fast, though. I mean, it's amazing, and I think it's a great way to really help people and to get them outside of the medical model of this poisonous desperate system that's just there to make money off you. And so anybody looking for extra income, this could be a really nice way to add to your money.
Oh, you froze. There you are.
Icewave helps me walk. Wow, that's beautiful. Yeah, I got some from my mom. She's 92, and she has some little issues. She's still running around driving her car, but she says in her community it's hard to find people that are in good enough health to just walk around with her.
That's the thing. That's the big thing about this. So for me, I didn't have anything wrong with me. No health problems, no issues, no conditions, symptoms, nothing. And so I've always wanted stem cell injections. Always. The injections. Like literally go to another country and get the injections. Because I've seen what it's done to people that I've met in these other countries when I've traveled there with my daughter. But the $25,000+ per injection price tag was not appealing to me at all. And so I've never have done it. But I knew for longevity and vitality, stem cell therapies or treatments were the way to go. And so when I found this patch, I'm like, oh my God, the price of a cup of coffee a day. And I can increase my own stem cells, which means I'm going to prevent the top 5. Well, when we look at the top 5, what I'm seeing, Ellie, over the last 2 years from this thing here is that is exponentially increasing in the wrong direction. Those top 5, your heart disease, your diabetes, your cancer, your Alzheimer's, your dementia, they're going through the roof. And these minor little things that people had are now becoming full-blown chronic, basically pandemics inside of their body. And so we've got to stop that from happening, right? And those of us that are healthy, we need to prevent these things from happening and make sure we're educating. That's why I love that you're here and that you're inviting me here every week to educate people about a way that's safe and effective, non-invasive and affordable, that we can prevent these things from happening. And we also can stop them from progressing and actually be able to reverse and get to the root cause to be able to get the body back into balance. If we don't do that, we're headed down a scary path, right? And so education is key. And I know there's a lot of information out there. I understand that. And I do not know it all by any means at all. I wish I had. That's one thing I'm manifesting, the brain capacity to know everything, right? All the things. But one day, I'm going to keep my consciousness here inside of my body. I'm not uploading it to the cloud. It's not happening. So if I don't ever know it all, I just don't know it all. But I feel like we're here to learn and to contribute to other people, right? To grow ourselves and contribute to others, to help other people in many ways. And that's where our focus is. I know that's where your focus is too, is making a difference in people's lives. And so education is key. Obviously, like I said earlier, startx39now.com. You can see the clinical studies. You can see the patents. I met with a lady in Jersey a couple weeks ago when I was up there for an event, and she said, I'm actually on the review board for clinical studies, and you can't get a clinical study unless what you're saying is actually really happening. Like it's not, you just can't make a clinical study up. And I said, well, we have over 90. And she's like, I'm in. Sign me up. If you have 90 clinical studies, I want whatever you have, that you've done 20 years of clinical studies. So super awesome. All right. So what happens if you leave it on longer than 12 hours? Bella, you turn into a pumpkin. Just like that. Good night. You're done. No. I always have to fit that in somewhere. I love that part. I love Cinderella. But anyways, if you leave it on 12 hours, it's okay. Just take it off in the morning when you get up. Just don't patch that day. The way this technology works is we're 98.6. If you guys don't realize, that's almost 100 degrees. And so 100 degrees, our body's heat is communicating with this patch, right? The low-level infrared light that we emit is communicating with this patch for a 12-hour period. And so we need a break after 12 hours. And if you do happen to wear it overnight, it's okay. Nothing bad's going to happen. Take it off and just give your body that break. You want to signal with the patch. You want to communicate with the patch, and then you want to break so your body repairs and regenerates. Signal, break, signal, break. Again, 90+ clinical studies. They're all designed. All studies say 12 hours on, 12 hours off. This is non-transdermal, meaning nothing is transferring into the skin. It's a wavelength of light. If you're familiar with infrared saunas, I have one of those, right? I push a button and a specific wavelength of light comes in and it detoxes my cells. I push a different button, a different wavelength of light comes in and it puts me in a state of anti-aging, right? And so this patch is different wavelengths of light that are coming into the body, right? Reflected off of the body, actually, that are signaling different peptides. So that's how that works. That's why you only need to be 12 hours on and 12 hours off. Can you use the IceWave 24/7? Nope. Good question, though. So if you find that you have so much pain that if you're using X39, Eon, IceWave, and you take those off after 12 hours and the pain all comes back, there is another option for you. And that option is their Nirvana system. It's actually a patch and a supplement. It's the only supplement David has invented, but it's a patch and a pill. And if you use the patch and the pill, what happens, Tom, is it increases your own beta endorphins. Beta endorphins are 20 to 30 times more powerful than morphine. Let that sink in. Okay, when you use the patch and the pill, you take your 2 pills in the morning, you put your patch on in the morning, leave your patch on 12 hours, take it off, throw it away. It has sustained abilities as well too, like our glutathione, right? So this signals the neural hormones and neural transmitters in your brain. But what they found from clinical studies, this is our mood stabilizer, mood balancer, depression, anxiety, stress, bipolar, all of that stuff. Anxiety and worry, whatnot. What they found from clinical studies were about that 2-week mark, 1 to 2 week, everybody had full body pain elimination. Like all their pain was gone. It elevated the beta endorphins, your own beta endorphins, and had them sustained at a healthy, perfect level, obviously, right? This is about balance, but in such a way that it actually eliminated all pain in the body. And again, 20 to 30 times more powerful than morphine. You can't give beta endorphins if you're in an emergency, like a car accident. You go in and, you've got your arm halfway cut off or whatever. Your body's own beta endorphins kick in. And then once they're done, it's like, whoa, where am I at? And they start pumping you full of morphine. Well, they can't give you beta endorphins because they're so short acting. But your body can elevate its own and actually sustain its own at a safe, healthy level. So if you're someone that says X39, Eon, IceWave, I'm pain-free for 12 hours, and then it's excruciating for the other 12, I can't handle it, let's do the Nirvana system also, Tom, so then that way you have full 24-hour coverage. And you probably won't need the IceWave anymore until your body repairs itself. That's a great question. So if you decide, CJM, that you would like to sign up to sell, you would be under Ellie. Absolutely. He and I obviously work very closely together. And that is his website on the screen right now. And so that connects you directly to him. So if you click that website, click the word join, and then click the box that says become a brand partner and pick one of the packs. Okay. If you pick the $25 pack, you get nothing. So don't do that. If you pick the bronze pack, then you get a $25 fee and 1 month of X39. So don't do that, right? Pick the silver pack or above, silver, gold, platinum, or diamond pack. Those packs have no sign-up fee. They have no requirements, no commitments, but you can buy the patches you want inside of that pack. You can mix and match. The other 2 options don't let you do that, okay? So please, if you have questions, if you need help, my information's on here as well. I'm more than happy to help you, guide you through that process and get you set up. Anybody that has a wholesale account, brand partner, wholesale, same words, you're all connected through Ellie. If you have purchased as a retail customer, preferred customer, again, you're still connected through him. If you would like to switch and have a wholesale pack, I know we had someone do that yesterday that was a preferred for several months and fell in love and decided, oh my God, I've got to tell everybody about this. I've got a list of people. And so he decided to get his own wholesale account. But yes, you're definitely connected through Ellie. We work very closely together.
And I also want to say that it's like my number one helper in terms of helping the channel survive the YouTube storms. And I just got taken down. So I'm kind of struggling now, but Lifewaves is definitely, it's a huge help. And I so much more prefer to have people join through this where they're getting something that's really improving their health than if I just get, like, if I get a regular donation through, what is it, PayPal? It's very nice and I appreciate it, but I feel like it's much nicer to be able to give something back and have it a two-way stream. I don't like to eat the bread of shame. So it's a win-win for everyone, but I encourage people to go into the business. I mean, there's so many people that got this thing, man. And, if you could help. I mean, I'm seeing somebody go through it now. It's devastating. A perfectly normal person, and she's having like just the most bizarre, I mean, incredible problems. And I'm begging her, her parents, please, but a lot of people aren't really set up to accept. A lot of people are not, they can't really understand that things could come out of that can be, real, that aren't like matrix designed. They're so involved in the matrix. They've been so brainwashed that they can't understand that something could come that could be really almost like a divine source of healing.
Yeah, exactly. Well, Irina asked to remind all of you how David got the inspiration to develop these patches. And so this was the first patch that David invented, Energy Enhancer. David had his own company. He and some other buddies were working for the U.S. Department of Defense. They were contracted by them. They were inventors. David's an inventor, okay? And they were asked to invent specific things for the Navy SEALs for their survival equipment to help the SEALs with oxygenation and problems and things like that. David invented something that looked like a Coke can that actually would provide oxygen like this to the SEALs. And so he's, like I said, he's been an inventor his entire life. He got a degree in biology from Pace University. So, scientist, researcher, the whole 9 yards. Well, when he was working for the SEALs, because things were going so well with what he was inventing, they asked him if he could contribute to the problem the SEALs had with sustainability and endurance and stamina in the field. They were on caffeine, amphetamines, uppers, quality of life, days on in the field, no sleep. You can imagine, right? I don't know. I don't think I could imagine. Obviously, I love David Goggins. I've listened to a ton of his podcasts. I can't imagine what all they have gone through and are going through. But this was 20 years ago. And so David was downloaded the idea by God, by the divine, like dropped into his head, the idea to create a non-transdermal patch that triggered beta oxidation. So a wearable light technology that triggered beta oxidation. Now, again, this is a 2-patch system. So he invented Energy Enhancer. Energy Enhancer looks like Icewave, right? But it's not. So Energy Enhancer is a white patch and a tan patch. There are a few very specific points on the body. Let me see if I have my little instruction booklet in here. Here it is. So look, this looks like a Navy SEAL, doesn't it? Look at that guy up there. He looks like a SEAL. You see him? Can you see him? There he is, right? Okay, so see how there's white right, tan left? So that is the Energy Enhancer. That's how David started the company. That patch was going really, really well for the SEALs, helping them with sustainability, endurance, stamina. Well, 9/11 happened. In this country, you all know what happened. Our country pulled out of that mission, of course, and immediately started bearing more arms and doing everything it could to protect the country from what happened up there where you are, Ellie, at the World Trade Centers and around the northeast corner. And so David thought, this was really a great idea. I would like to see if this is actually, if I can prove this is what's happening. And he started working with the Stanford University swim team. He was friends with the coach. Obviously, think of Navy SEALs, think of swim team, water, right? And so obviously these patches are waterproof. You can wear them, sweat, swim, sauna, all the shower, all the above. And so he started doing clinical studies. So 2 years of clinical studies go by. He's working with the USA Olympic swim team, right? Swept the gold back in like 2008 from the Energy Enhancer patches. And again, nothing's going in the body. They had to prove it. Big controversy, right? I remember my parents reading it in the paper and watching it on TV. What's going in the body? What are they doing? And, it proved, of course, nothing. The USA Olympics, swim team, the board. And so anyway, that's how David got started. He thought, this is going so well. I'm going to start my own company. I have ideas now downloaded by God to create other patches to do very simple things in the body. Instead of us taking all this stuff, let me signal the body to do what it's supposed to do. And so he invented the Eon patch to reduce inflammation. That was our #1 selling patch until the X39 stem cell activation patch came out. So now it's #2. But, let me signal the body to, increase its glutathione, increase its own, carnosine level. Let me signal the body with aloe vera to reduce oxidative stress. Let me signal that peptide in the pineal gland to be able to help with our telomere length. Okay. And so he had these ideas over the last 20 years, and all of them are backed by studies, science, and research with people. So thank you for asking that, Irina. Thank you. So infrared sauna, I have one. Absolutely. You're perfectly okay to keep patching with your sauna. Definitely. So let's see. Morphine stimulates the body, produce endorphins. Sounds like the patch would stimulate the glands to produce the endorphins without the drugs. Yay. Exactly. Right. Perfect.
Yeah, you can call Dr. Stacy, or I should put your email. Yeah, let me get your email address. I'll come back and put this all together.
Yeah, you can send me a text or send me an email, and we can set up a time to talk. I go from Zoom to Zoom to Zoom, or Zoom to call throughout the day and evening a lot of times. So if you want to get a hold of me, please send a text or an email, and we can set up a time that works for both of us to be able to chat or jump on a Zoom. I'm happy to do that.
Okay. Okay, I'm going to put the, let's see.
There you go. You got it.
So you could email Dr. Stacy. You could use the link. I really should get this on one thing. I'll work on it. I'll get it next week. I'll have it all on one card. But yeah, I mean, just get a hold of us. You could go on the website yourself. It's probably better to go through Dr. Stacy. I still order through Dr. Stacy. She's nice enough to put up with me, and I order for my mother.
It's no trouble.
And and she helps me. Says, "Oh, why don't you do it this way? You can get." She really gives me the best deals, and I really encourage a lot of you guys. If you're looking for a way to make a living, I can't think of a nicer way to help help the world and to help cure people that are really suffering from this invasion, this attack on our bodies. Let's see. I guess I slammed over a lot of these. I guess we missed a lot of these. I'm really sorry.
Oh, no, you're good. Bella asked, if you're 40 and you've been doing it 4 months, do you just stop? Well, that's your personal choice, Bella. So it takes however long you are old to get up to your full stem cell regeneration. So 44 months would be up to your full stem cell regeneration. The reason why is because you still have active stem cells, right? In your 40s, you probably have about 35-40% of your stem cells that are still active. The other 55-60% are just dormant. They're chilling, and they're tired. They're old. They're not going to do anything. So if you continue patching after that, then you start to really see the signs of reverse aging. Okay, so being able to literally not only repair and regenerate the body, which we know all bodies do that at its own pace. So depending on what's going on with you and how long you've had whatever is going on with you. Or me, I have nothing going on with me. Why am I still patching? Well, because I'm 25. I mean, I'm almost 50, but I'm 25 at the cellular age. So my body has turned back the clock on the inside. My cells, my organs, my tissues, my systems are functioning as if they were 25 years old. That is what I mean when I say prevention. 25-year-old heart, 25-year-old pancreas, 25-year-old kidneys and liver, 25-year-old lungs, or 50-year-old lungs, 50-year-old heart, 50-year-old liver, 50-year-old kidneys. Skin, right? I mean, I'm all about like the outside and the inside. What looks like on the outside is a direct reflection of what's happening on the inside. And so when you repair the inside of your body, you're repairing the outside of the body. And this is not just about vanity. I'm not saying that. I do have some of that. There's nothing wrong with that. But I'm not, there's no like fake makeup or what do you do that? What are those, all the cosmetic surgeries? And some people have their screens where they have stuff filters. I don't have any of that. But I feel like it's really important to take care of yourself. And for me, for price of a cup of coffee a day, I'm preventing all those things that could potentially happen down the road. And I know that with this technology and the things that I do that I've always done, that I'm going to be here a long time. And that's what's really important, is to be here 150, 200 plus years and feel and look amazing.
Why not?
I don't know. That's just what I'm going for.
Yeah, I hear you. Okay, so any other burning questions? We'll be back next week, of course.
Yeah.
But again, I encourage anyone to, if you need a way to make a nice living and help humanity, this could be really a great thing to do. Really connect to your divine purpose. Yeah.
We're happy to help in any way. Any questions you have? Well, thank you, Ellie. Again, I love coming on here every Tuesday.
Thanks, Dr. Stacy. Okay, so we'll talk to you soon, and I'll send you an email. But I want to I'm actually getting more patches myself. Oh, I know one thing that I wanted to say. You said that David Schmidt. They asked him how many patches he came to the meeting. He said, "How many patches do you have on?"
Yes. So this was 2 years ago when I first found out about this technology. 4 days later, he was doing an event here in Sarasota, Florida, the first one he had done since pre-pandemic. And so I went, and someone asked, how many patches did he have on? Well, at the time, he only had 11 patches in his, repertoire, and 2 of them are nighttime only. So technically, he could have only had 9 patches on. And he said, I have on 12. But some of them are experimental, so we're not going to talk about them.
So you can't really overdo it.
No. Remember, they're signaling different peptides, and they're communicating inside of your body at the speed of light the way it's supposed to. So there's no interactions, contraindications, nothing that can interfere. And again, if you're using supplements, nutritional things, it can only accentuate and enhance your results from those things. So it's definitely, not going to be and if you're on medications, some people are just on medications, and it can definitely help the body to get back into balance with no worries, no contraindications. So, yeah. I
signed up for 800 years. I hear it.
We're going to be doing that together then. Yeah. Sounds good. Why not? No, it did. Why can't we?
Here's a question. Yeah, I guess the Eon, yeah?
Yeah, Eons for inflammation. X39 Eon. Yes, those are the ones, CJM, X39 Eon. So.
All right, so we'll catch you next time, and thanks so much.
You're welcome. Bye, guys.
Enjoy sunny Florida.
Yes. Try to stay warm.
I'll try. Okay,
right,
bye.
Bye.